Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So to get started, this is going to be like a simple makeup tutorial, and it's actually the second video to my Baby Doll Slay mini series. I'll probably do a third one soon. But so to begin, I'm starting out with a little facial spray by Mario Badescu, and it is the Rose Water with Aloe and next, I'm going in with one of my favorite facial oils, and it is the Tarte Maracuja oil. I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's very lightweight, and I like to use it sometimes as like a primer slash moisturizer under my makeup. It doesn't leave my face oily, but more or less moisturized, and even my foundation stays matte with the use of it, so I highly recommend. So once you go ahead and push all of that oil into your skin, I'm going in with this Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation in the shade Mocha. And you want to try and cover your neck as best you can, but you see, I didn't put that much on my neck because I wasn't even going out with this. It was, for the video. But you want to make sure that your neck matches your actual face and your skin tone of the foundation. So I'm using my beauty blender or my Real Techniques beauty sponge to push this into my face, and I realize a lot of product actually soaks into the sponge, but it also blends well versus the brush where a lot of times you're just moving the foundation over your face over and over again. Now I'm taking one of my favorite drugstore concealers, and it is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. This shade is very complimentary to black girl skin tones, and like it's kind of a shade that really almost every black girl could use on their skin. If you can't use it for a highlight, you may could use it for a foundation. It just depends. So I put that basically in my T-zone to highlight my nose, my forehead, under my eye, and my chin, and a little bit like between my mouth and my nose, so kind of like my cupid's bow. And I highly recommend this little small Real Technique sponge. I got this out of a variety pack from Target a couple years ago, and I really like it for under the eyes because since it's small, it kind of fits into those cracks and creases very well, and it blends well. Make sure you always use your sponge. It's damp is what I recommend, but some people say the actual beauty blender is very good dry. I'm not for sure. I haven't tried that yet. To set my concealer, I use the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent, and it's extra coverage, doesn't have much flashback, and really any tone of skin could use this as well. So to dust that setting powder away, I like to use the middle shade of the True Complexion Black Radiance Contour Palette in the shade Medium to Dark. And the middle shade is a sculpting shade, and it's kind of like a middle tone shade to where you can use it to highlight, to set your foundation, whatever you want to do. And I also want to tell y'all that that Black Radiance came out with a darker contour palette, and it's called Deep to Dark, I think. Contour, I like to use the Black Opal foundation stick. I'm not sure what shade this is, but I use that to contour. As you see, it's still pretty natural. It's not too dark. And I like to put that on with the brush and then set it with the contour shade in the Black Radiance palette. Or I like to go in with the Ruby Kisses foundation powder. To contour, I like to use a small angled brush, and I like to bring that powder up to my nose, then to my eyebrow, and back down. So it's kind of like a back and forth motion. So the product of the NYX Taming Frame that I have is very old, so it's kind of sticky, but I highly recommend buying, a fresh one to do this tutorial with. And once you get a new one, you will see how easily it is to glide onto your eyebrows and wherever else you would like to use it. And I feel like you can actually use this as maybe like an eyeshadow maybe, or if you want to do like a little smoky eye or an eyeliner. You can actually use a lot of different makeup products for things that they are not necessarily recommended for, but as far as the direction goes, you can kind of like mix and match really any type of makeup product to do how you want it to. To highlight under my brows, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And if you don't want it too bright under your eyebrows as a highlight, I'm going in with this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Cafe, and it is the number 30. And this one is actually just a tad bit lighter than the Fawn, so I kind of like to mix those to give an even shade that I would like. Just apply however much you would like. But like I said, you can apply concealers, foundations. You can really do with anything to kind of tone down the shade that you would like it to be if it doesn't match with your skin tone, or if you want something a little more bold or a little more natural, just depends. I like to use a flat brush, and it's not angled, it's just literally flat like a square, and I like to use that to go under my eyebrows with. But I've been watching other tutorials, and I've been trying to see which other brushes I would like to use, so I won't just have to depend on this one brush because I only have one of them, so I kind of want, like a variety. So I usually put that under my eyebrows, and then I go under each like little section flat, and I like to bring all of that concealer down into like the middle of my brow so it'll be easier to blend. And this brush is actually an Drugstore elf concealer brush. To prevent that harsh line on the top of your brows, I like to go in with my foundation shade to easily blend that out. Next, I'm going in my Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I don't remember what color that is. I think it's red ochre, but I like to use that like in my crease area, and I mix that with a little of the orange shade, which is called Real Guard. And I'm going in back and forth swift motions with that same shade. Okay, y'all, so this is the final look. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below. This is very kind of chill. If you want to go out with this look, you can. Date night, whatever you want. It's not too bold. It's kind of very natural and just subtle. The highlight pops, the contour pops, and that lip liner needs to be blended in a little more. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.